In FC25, building up and beat the opponent's press is very hard, and the main cause of this is playing slow. Some players struggle with build-up because they play the game on a manual mindset. Let's see how you can play an automatic flowing game. If you want cheap and safe and quick FC25 coins, visit IGGM.com. Use the discount code DRFC for 5% off. Check link in the description. In order to beat that press or build up easily without losing the ball is to have your build up patterns, and I'm very sure this video will be a game changer for you in FC25 if you struggle with build up, so just make sure you follow up to the third pattern because it's eye-opening. We have 4 main attacking patterns when building up which work almost every time when you want to move forward quickly without losing possession. If you guys want chance creation patterns, make sure you like this video, and we hit 200 likes, then I will drop a chance creation pattern tutorial. And also make sure you check out our recent build-up tutorial on how to approach build-up in FC25. Let's begin with the base pattern, the center back, the fullback, and the midfielder. This normally shows up when you're building up from a goal kick or when the opponent is not pressing high. No matter on which side you're on, you will always have this pattern which you can always vision and take quick decisions when passing. The main reason why you should have your patterns is to have a purpose when passing and also quick reaction. Pattern number 2 is the fullback, the central midfielder, and the wide player, for example, winger. It doesn't mean you have to pass the ball only between these 3 players. No, just visioning these 3 players always gives you that quick decision-making view. This increases the speed of your decision-making, which results into fast play with a good, precise dribbling and passing decisions, like if the opponent marks one pass. You always react quick enough and look for the second option. For example, here I pass to my fullback. So when the ball is with my fullback, I always want to link up with the midfielder and the winger as the way of getting forward. As the opponent is marking the midfielder, I immediately call my winger short because it's the pattern here. My winger comes short and I pass to him. I see the opponent applying pressure, so I pass it backwards to my fullback to protect the ball. Then I see my midfielder free because this winger is marked. I turn and try to pass to him, but the opponent also reacts with me, and he tries to head towards that midfielder. But since my reaction is quick because of the pattern, I turn and face my winger. Still the opponent react to that. I can't force that pass, and I still react and pass to my midfielder. As I remember sending my winger forward, so I go for the lob through pass immediately, and as easily as that I manage to build up and move forward. These patterns will not be effective if you can't create movement. If you don't create movements, you don't outplay the opponent. So you remember well in this example, I managed to recall my winger in the pattern because I triggered him to run forward using the give and go technique. So when you execute the pattern well, it means you have outplayed the opponent. And the last step is to generate an advantage. You have to generate an advantage of outplaying your opponent. And that's moving forward. And that's why you have to create a movement when your player and send him forward. Then the rest is to get a clear angle and pass to him. Pattern number 3 is the fullback, wide player, and the striker. So here the striker is involved. This pattern comes when the central area is tightly marked. So here using wide options is the best idea. Pass to your winger from your fullback. Then since the central area has been occupied, always the pass to your striker will be open, and pass to him to complete the pattern. Like this example, I pass to my fullback. On controlling the ball, I see the opponent's defender approaching. I have this pass in the middle, but this player is running forward, so I have to use the through pass to get the ball to him. But the opponent is positioning his defender in that angle. Though the pass was open, but I trusted my instincts and ignored, and even the midfield had more opponent's players. So now I realize the wide area is the option. I turn and I call my winger short. So now I realize I'm using the fullback to winger to striker pattern. I pass to winger. Using this pattern, just know your striker will always be open. So I pass to him to complete the pattern, but remember I have to outplay the opponent, and I knew it before passing to my striker, that I will be left with no easy passing options. And that's why I created a movement with my winger to generate an advantage of a forward pass. And so I dribble to open that pass lane and I take it, and as simple as that I managed to gain ground without losing the ball. This example is crucial, and you need to pay attention what I'm about to explain. As usual, the central area is overcrowded. I pass to the winger and pass to my striker, creating a movement with my winger. So here's an important thing, like if you create a movement and you can't find a way to generate an advantage, for example, getting that open angle to pass to this running player, always switch sides. This is like a reset to create another pattern on the opposite side. and also escaping pressure, because if you can't get space to release that pass, it means that side is overcrowded, and you need to switch side to the opposite side and exploit free space. So if you see that you can't generate an advantage, always seek to switch. This is also like a pattern when you face pressure, and it also keeps your build-up game to that high momentum and you don't slow down. The last build-up pattern is the midfielder, the wide player, and the striker. This one is somehow hard to execute if you don't know the basics of building up, and we recently had that video on how to adjust your build-up play from FC24 to FC25. Check link in the description. All patterns. This one you face some pressure because it's a defense opening pattern. It links the build-up play to chance creation play. To make sure you execute this pattern effective, don't unnecessarily send your midfielder forward because he will get forward leaving with no central link up to get an option. It's only effective if you send your strikers or wingers forward, and getting through this pattern you will easily get into that chance creation mode. And the rest is to use decisive actions like skill moves to open up the defense and finish up your attack. For example, here I pass to my midfielder. As I dribble forward without any pressure, I see my winger and striker available, and the pattern kicks in. But I see the opponent marking my winger. When you use these patterns, you always react quick, so I change my option to the striker. But at this moment, I get an idea. When I pass to my striker, then I pass to my winger, it will be a waste of time, so I first send my winger forward to generate an advantage. Then I pass to my striker. At this moment, my winger is running forward. So I just take that pass and complete this pattern, as well as generating an advantage because I get through the opponent's defense. Then I transit into chance creation mode, passing it to my striker and go on to finish up this attack. Using these patterns, it's just a reaction. You just react to the moment when you see that pattern and understand this, that it's not all about one pattern at a given moment. You can use like 2 to 3 patterns at the same time. And being familiar with these patterns, you react quick. This reduces the chances of losing the ball when building up, and you always find a way to get forward consistently. Importantly, when trying to form these patterns, remember that some of these patterns will not be available to certain formations. So make sure you check out our last 4-2-4 custom tactics, which favors these patterns. And also, if you have your own attacking pattern, make sure you comment it and share with us some of your knowledge. So if you liked the video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.
Alessandro Bastoni. Diogo Dalot. Martinelli. Now with Rashford. Oh, nice ball. That's a good pass. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity.
If you want cheap and safe FC25 coins, visit IGGM.com and build a strong squad to start FC25 journey strongly and leave your opponents behind. Use the discount code DRFC for 5% off. Link in the description.